Hey everyone, welcome to another Webflow community live stream. I'm your host Nelson. Thank you for joining me today. I see a lot of wonderful people in the community right now in the live chat. How y'all doing? I always like to say hello to everyone who's in already. First person in the door, Rock. How you doing? Rock Walker, Crew, John, Christopher's back, Tyler's back, Raul. What's up? What's up to you too? Andreas, Jess, Warda, Jordan, lots of people, Lissandra, Diego, Jose, Briona, Mark. Wow, lots of people. Yes. So if you're watching live and you're in the live chat, welcome. If you're just watching live or you're watching recording, yes, we appreciate each and every one of you. Let's talk. Let's talk about community. So here at Webflow, we're no stranger to the power of community. I mean, that's why we're all here, right? That's why we're all gathered together, connecting with designers and developers from all around the world. And we're always trying to find ways to uplift each other and highlight what we're all building using the power of Webflow. So that's why today's stream is particularly a special one, all right? It's all about community, and more specifically, building a community. Now, if you're interested in that, this is the stream for you because there's room for everyone to build a community for everyone. Yeah. So for this stream, we'll be learning what it takes to start, grow, and maintain a community, and also how to balance work and life in between all of that. So, we have a special guest today to help us learn about that exactly. And, she's appeared previously in one of our Build Me streams with Timothy Ricks. So, let's welcome founder of Eureka and the Webflow Party community founder, Melissa Mendez. Hi, Melissa.
Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, yes. Welcome back. So glad that you are our first returning guest.
So excited. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to talk about community and then talk about that build with Timothy Ricks. Like, I'm so thankful. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. It's always fun to have you on the stream. And for those who haven't met you yet, or don't know much about the Webflow Party community, can you introduce yourself and describe what your party is all about?
Yes, so I'm Melissa Mendez, and I'm a growth marketer and web designer based in Orlando, Florida. And I also run the Webflow Party with Keith Armstrong. And the Webflow Party is a community of low coders who want to become better at web design and web development. We have weekly events where we learn about new tools, new processes, and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So, if you're already part of the Webflow Party community, go ahead and shout it out. Say hi in the live chat. And while we're waiting to see who's from your party, Melissa, let's go over the three agenda items for today. So we're gonna learn a lot from Melissa. We're gonna learn about the story about behind the Webflow Party. We're gonna learn how she balances running this community, but also adding in work and life. And lastly, we're going to learn what's coming up next for the party. So, yeah, if you have any questions for either Melissa or I, go ahead and start putting in the live chat in our moderators for today, Lacey and Matthew. Thank you so much for doing that. They will send them over to me and we'll get them answered. So, go ahead and start queuing up your questions, and I'll answer them soon. Right. So let's learn how this party got started. So, Melissa, my first question is, what was the inspiration? Like, why did you want to get this party started?
Yes, so after the Generation No Code trailer happened,
Mm.
Georgiana, who's a 19-year-old Romanian, DM'd me on Instagram and she was like, hey, so I just learned Webflow and I really need some guidance. Would you be open to do that? And I was like, sure. So after a couple calls, I thought to myself, like, I feel like more people need this. So one day I was sitting in bed and I was like, why don't we just throw a Webflow party? And then I tweeted it and everybody just loved the idea. So it just snowballed from there and that's just how it started.
Now the name Webflow Party, I mean, like, okay, so that got started because you saw someone need a mentorship, but why the name Party?
So I am very extrovert,
Okay.
and I it just kind of came to me like out of nowhere. I was just like a party because for me that's like normal. Let's just have a get together. I'm also Latin, so we have a lot of get-togethers, and and yeah, that's just there was no thinking.
You're just like, "Let's just call it a party because I love going to
Yeah.
parties, so why
Uh
don't I just
huh.
create my own?"
Exactly.
Alright, alright. So, like, what was the first steps into creating this community? I mean, like, getting the ball rolling, that's very, very broad, like, a very happy story, but, like, how actually did it happen?
So there was really no crazy planning behind. I decided that I wanted people to talk with me during the party. So my first instinct was Zoom. Let's have it on Zoom. And then I was like, okay, so like on the week, maybe people are busy, so let's do it over the weekend, and it kind of feels more like a party. And then
Okay,
I just started like planning, okay, what are the topics? So at first I started this like curriculum of just all the areas that we were going to learn.
mhm,
And I remember talking to a friend who's actually a teacher at GIA. He's a teacher to great diamonds.
okay,
And he kind of taught me like how to run a classroom and stuff like that. So that's like the only planning that I did before that. But one thing for me that was really important was for the space to be really chill,
okay,
because if I wanted to learn like in a math class, then I would just take any tutorial out there. I
okay.
wanted this to be super, super fun. So that was my main focus, which I think helped me um, give the sense of this being just more relaxed and didn't really stress me out so much on the planning phase of it all.
Oh, okay, so, is that what you say, makes your community's experience special, where it's just a very, very chill?
Exactly, yes. And I think that people love that. Like they just love that it's just so laid back, that nobody judges. Like I'm huge at that. Like we
Yes.
don't have any people that's rude to each other, and if you are, then you can't be part of the community.
Mhm.
So I think people just love that those two things.
Yeah, I see some people in the live chat. I think I don't know if any of these names resonate with you. We got
All of them.
everybody join the party. Maria is saying she's from the party. Who else is here? Demetris.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's Keith. Hi, Keith.
Yeah, hi
Yeah.
Keith.
Kanikos Nicole Style.
Everybody from
Yeah.
the party's here. I love it.
Awesome. I'm glad they're here supporting you. And yeah, it sounds like a very supportive community, and yeah, that chill vibe is something that, especially on weekend, you don't I mean, you don't need the stress of the week to follow you to the weekend. So yeah, something chill. That
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like the guests that come also love that. They feel like they don't have pressure to present like in a stressful environment. They just come and hang out. And what I've seen a lot is that that element of being able to talk to each other and have that chill environment has created so many relationships and friendships that it's just so beautiful to see. Like I can't
yeah.
picture my life now without my community, you know?
Oh,
So it's awesome.
awesome. So uh, growing and scaling and maintaining a community. I mean, it's not always unicorns and rainbows, you know? I've been through it myself too when trying to create a community. It's just tough to continually come up with ideas and keep the community interesting. So, what were some of your biggest challenges in getting your community ramped up?
So time to
Yeah.
be able to put all the content that I wanted out there. I mean, I am one person, but I have a really strong team. So my business manager, Gerard, he's actually the brain behind Closed Doors. So shout out to
Ah,
Gerard. He helps me put out newsletters. So we have this weekly newsletter where we send to all of our community that breaks down every party and all the most important tips on them, so they can have it in their inbox and they can refer to them back whenever they need it.
Mm.
So he helps me with that. And then one of the challenges was how do we keep everybody consolidated in one spot. So
Yeah.
I don't really love Discord, the server, because
Mm.
sometimes it gets really messy. So we decided to open Circle, and that's where we have like our headquarters,
Ah, okay.
where all of the forums, people share information, tools, and the party recordings are stored there. So he handles that part. And then also we hired one of our partiers, Jayola. He's actually from Nigeria.
Oh,
He
nice.
was one of the first people to join the Webflow Party. And he's the one that writes the newsletters. So
Oh.
yeah, so I have a group of people. Keith also, he's super involved in everything. We do everything together. And Maria Martins is our unofficial marketing manager. She always has the best ideas.
I love how
So,
this team is just organically grown, and it's just for the love of community where people are like, "Oh
yes.
yeah, I love doing that. Let me help out. I love doing that. Let me help out." And it's just beautiful. You just woke up one day and said, "Let's have a party." That's
Yep.
awesome that they're all helping out. So, like, how would you describe the type of events that your party puts on?
So at first, I think that I would just say that they were gatherings over the weekend, just following a curriculum. But now they're more like theme parties.
Okay.
So we're planning a casino night. We have, Flowchella, which was like the Coachella of Webflow the past 2 weeks. So we have more like, yeah, like theme type of events, and people love them. So it really brings more excitement to everything. And yeah, that's what I think they look like.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, it makes sense. You went from one way and then you're like, okay, instead of teaching, let's make it more chill, more chill. Let's do some theme events. That's really awesome. So yeah, thank
Yes.
you so much for sharing the origin story of this party. And again, how the team just organically was created around that same mission. Love it. And
Yes.
again, if you have any questions for Melissa or I, go ahead and put it in the live chat, and our moderators will filter them and send them through to me, and we'll get that answered as soon as possible. Okay, so let's move on to our second portion of the stream. We're going to talk about balancing balancing a community and your work and life. So three
Mhm.
things, all right? So um now growing a community at scale and growing your business, your own business is a lot of work. So Melissa, how do you manage time for both this community and the team you're helping manage with your work, your business that you're trying to manage and your personal life?
So, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it is challenging, especially because I love it so much. So I just want to be on social media and doing stuff for the community. But we really consider the Webflow Party part of our business. So it's
Oh, okay.
integrated inside of our business. So, we have tasks for it that people have to complete. We have timelines. So we try to keep everything very organized. And then I'm also all day on social media. That's just my nature, who I am. So for me, it's very natural to be able to be checking social media all the time. And if a idea sparks, I add it into the workflow for Eureka so we can take care of it and discuss with whoever needs to be part of that event or whatever is happening.
Ah, okay.
Um, and a lot of people say I don't sleep, but
Yeah,
I
I've seen
do.
that in the live chat. Maria's saying, "It's easy, Melissa doesn't sleep." Do you sleep?
I do. And actually, by 5:30, 6 p.m., I'm already cooking dinner for my husband and I. We're sitting down, hanging out. We go out. I hang out with my dogs over the weekend. I have a very strict rule that I do not work over the weekends.
Ah,
So, yes. So if it's the Webflow party on Saturday, I'll do that. And after that, I won't touch a computer. I'll be on social media and stuff, but I'm very strong about that. So,
nice. Yeah, nice to have boundaries. Like
yes,
once you're
very
done,
important.
you're done. I love that.
Exactly.
And not responding to client emails or DMs or anything, just to make sure you
Exactly.
balance your personal life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And I try to make sure that at the beginning of the week I have all like that the agency is running smoothly. Everybody in the team has their tasks organized, and then I can focus on the community full time after that. Like that is the main focus for me right now, to be
Hmm.
able to just create content and be with the community all the time.
Okay. And so that sounds like if you can you quickly walk us through what a normal week is like for you?
Yeah, so on Monday it's pretty not so hectic actually,
Mm,
because everybody's getting situated. So I use that time to regroup with my clients, because I am the one that handle client meetings, projects, and all of that stuff. So I regroup, make sure everybody's on track. I give everybody the projects that they need to work on. If I need to work on additional stuff, I work on that. And then after that is when I start thinking, okay, what do I need to do for the party?
mm,
Do we have a big event coming? Do I need to promote it on social media? Do we need to create graphics? So most of the time is spent on that back end stuff,
yeah.
like designing posters and banners, talking to Keith, to Gerard, making sure everything is running smoothly for the party.
Okay.
Then apart from that, social media, just take it, sort of taking temperature of what's going on. A lot of the ideas come from what's happening on Twitter.
Mm.
And the same community also comes in the middle of the week, like, I have an idea, let's do this. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. So then I go into planning that. That happens almost every week, by the way.
Ooh, pretty hectic, but like it's good that you have your boundaries and I as with every community, if you ever need support, you can just ask them for it. And
Mhm.
I see Joel J how do you say it? Jaela?
Jayola, he's the content
Jayola.
writer.
Yeah, I see him in the live chat. Welcome, welcome. And there's let me read something from John Matthias. He's saying, I lean more introvert and definitely feeling like I'm missing out on the benefits of community. For someone who leans more introvert, um, what's one piece of advice that you would give John to step in the community and feel comfortable doing so?
So we actually have a lot of people that are introverts in the community, and what I've seen them do is stay in the back,
Yeah.
listen. They usually don't talk. Maybe if they talk, they do it on the chat. But I've seen that over time, because of the atmosphere being so relaxed, they end up coming forward and being like, hey, I've been here for a month
Yeah.
in the back. Now I just want to introduce myself.
Yeah.
So take it slow. Don't feel pressure to come like full force. Just stay in the back, take your time. And whenever you feel like you want to talk to somebody or even to everybody, just come forward and we'll welcome you.
That's nice, that's nice. I mean, John, introvert here myself. It may not seem like it because I like live streaming, but that's a whole different story. But honestly, off camera, I'm also introvert, but it took me a long time to just break out of my shell and just say hi to people. It took a very, very long time. So don't worry. Ju- when you're comfortable, just say hi and then just start from there. So I mean, you're
Mhm.
already doing it in the live chat, so welcome. We have a question from Eli. He's asking, where are the parties happening?
The parties are happening in Zoom, usually in Zoom, but now we have started introducing Gather. Gather Town. We're like
Right.
in love with it. So we already have our little building there, which FinSuite, by the way, I have to shout out FinSuite because they have been so supportive, especially Raymar. So they built us a little building there. So yeah, sometimes we have them in Gather too.
Love how the communities are supporting each other and just growing. Yeah, no one is trying to be above each other. It's just everyone's growing. I love it. I love it. All right. One more question from Jayola. Oh, like to know how she manages her time. She replies to all Twitter messages and posts. Slack messages also. Can't figure out how she keeps up with all of those. And I think you've talked about, you've already talked about how you go through your week. Um, and maybe you just have your dog Leo answering everything for you, so that way you can. I mean, there's no other way you can keep up with everything.
So Dimitris, who's here in the chat, told me the other day, like, Melissa, do you go out? And I'm like, yeah, what do you mean? He's like, you're always answering. But honestly, like, you don't need to sit down and put your glasses to like answer a message. You can be walking and answering. So I don't understand.
Okay. So Leo, your dog, is your social media manager. I'm just gonna say that now, because like, how can you stay focused while you're at a bar or you're at a actual party, in person party? Like, no. Okay. So
Okay,
shout
yeah.
out to Leo for being the brains behind this party.
He would, he would.
You see, you admitted it. All right, so last question about building a community. So if someone, say in the live chat or who's watching a recording of this, wants to start their community, because you know what, everyone should, um what would be one piece of advice you would give this person when starting?
So the first thing and most important thing is passion. You have
Yes.
to really have passion to want to really help, because once you start growing your community, those two messages you used to get before now are 20 and 50 messages. So you need to have patience. You need to really want to help people. So that's the first thing. Second is organization. You have to be really, really organized to be able to run it smoothly. It has happened to me where I booked a special guest and I messed up a time, for example. Thank God it wasn't a problem, but it is very important. And then apart from that, I feel consistency.
Yes.
Consistency is also very important because if you're not bringing value consistently, people will just drop off.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, yeah,
mhm.
makes sense. Is there one overarching tool that you use to organize these parties that you can tell someone who wants to start?
We are very basic. So we use Google Drive,
Okay.
Google Sheets, and then Circle. Like everything is there
Yeah.
organized. So it's really, there's no science to it. Just be passionate about it, organize, and just use the tools that work for you. If, for example, if Notion works for you, I know a lot of communities use Notion. That's a
Mhm.
great tool.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So thank you everyone again for the love and support for Melissa and the questions. But we're gonna go through to our third section of this stream. Um, we're talking about the future of Webflow Party and some of the events that you've done. So Melissa, tell us some of the events that your community has already done and where you're gonna go from there.
Yes, so we just finished Flowchella, which I spoke about earlier.
Mhm.
It was a 2 weekend event with some of the best designers in the industry. We had Nicolo Miranda, Joe Moore, Joseph Berry, Grace Walker, who's also my co-host on the Webflow show, Youssef, and Corey Moan, who's actually the senior brand designer here, a senior brand designer here at
Yes.
Webflow.
Yep.
That was amazing. And after or before that, we had the Webflow Party Challenge.
Mhm.
where we built a landing page for the Metropolitan Museum of Art.
Okay.
Yes, the submissions were incredible, and I would just love to show them here because they were just wow.
Yeah, yeah, I'd love to see them.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay.
So it looks like we have your screen up.
Okay, everybody
Yep.
can see it?
Yep, we can see your screen.
Okay, awesome. So this
Well,
submission
else
was
hold on, but before we go through it, I did see this first one before we streamed, and, just wanna give warning for those who may have a sensitivity to motion when it comes to, uh, Webflow interactions and just animation on the web. Uh, yeah, so this part does have some motion, so if you want, go ahead and skip forward, and we'll leave links to all these websites in the description below, but just giving you a sensitivity warning right now. So yeah, go ahead, Melissa.
perfect. So this is the submission by Ida Oliva.
Mm-hmm.
She based her design on Joe Moore's website, and I just love this submission. Obviously, all of them were great, but I wanted to highlight this one because she really was able to highlight the beautiful art that this museum has.
I like the scrolling effect. That last part where it's a full screen, like those. I like how it slightly zooms in while doing that position sticky thing.
Yeah. Yeah, this was actually everybody's favorite part too because it's just so strong, you know?
Yeah,
So people loved it.
it's simple, yet that slight zoom is
Uh-huh.
unique because like you can do the position sticky and that's simple, but yeah, that zoom is just what caught my eye with this one. So yeah, Ida, if you're in the live chat, great job with this one. I love it. Oh, there she is with the
Yeah,
purple
there she
hearts.
is.
Yay, yay. All
So
right.
this submission was by Maria Carava. She
Okay. Oh, she's
is
also in the live chat.
Yes, she is incredible at animations. She's always sharing crazy clonables for everybody to snatch. So
Mhm.
this was her submission, was actually beautiful. Everybody loved it. A lot of animation, so they got to experiment a lot with, different type of animations,
Yeah.
even going outside of native Webflow animation. So that was really challenging and awesome to see.
Love it. Love it. Can you scroll one oh, can you scroll one more or actually refresh? Wasn't there like a zoom or something or
Yes, so there
uh,
was a
yeah,
whole
so it's an
sequence before.
eyeball,
Hmm.
like an eyeball. Kind of like a James Bond kind of a thing. Like
Yeah,
"Du-du-du-du."
I
This
know.
is cool.
So
And then
beautiful.
love that. And just to get the text in the center. Great job, Maria. All right, who's next?
Okay, so the next submission is by Jose Arce.
Okay.
He is in Mexico, and this was also a beautiful submission. He did
That's cool.
such a great job. Like, tell me if this doesn't look like a real Met Museum website,
I mean, why can't it be?
right? It's incredible. Wait until you see
Okay.
the CTA section. It's so
Okay.
beautiful,
Okay.
so tasteful. The use of color, so beautiful. He just did a really awesome job here. And then, if you wanted to experience, obviously, I'm not playing
Mhm.
this with sound, but you can experience the museum
Okay.
with the video. So, like, he went above and beyond to show everybody this experience. And I feel like if
It's so clean.
so clean.
Yeah. Great job, Jose.
Very beautiful, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this was
Love
Jose,
that
and
zooming
then,
effect right there too.
me too.
Yeah.
And then the last one that we're highlighting today is Brianna Nicole's
Okay.
submission. This was super creative. She used Relume's library here to create this scrolling effect.
Mhm.
And
Oh, horizontal accordions.
yes, so this is a component from Relume. So she used this as part of her submission. And then the rest of the site is just a horizontal scroll. I thought that this was so creative, so different.
It is. I mean, you have horizontal scroll with a horizontal accordion. I'm
Exactly.
wondering, okay, just being honest, is that like how do you maintain that? Like I know when you're doing like horizontal scroll, you have to make the div wider than the canvas. So how do you design oh, wow. I mean, I'm just trying to break it down in my head. How would you build something like this and you're like, "Oh, I have to edit something at the very end of the scroll."
Well, you just instead of putting display none
Mhm.
on the wrapper that has the overflow hidden, you
Mhm.
just unlock it or put it at block, and then you can just scroll to the side when you need to edit.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, I mean, Brianna, yeah, Brianna, if you have this in your Webflow profile, I'd love to check it out and see how it was built because I wanna learn from you. This
I
is
know.
this is amazing.
Yeah. And
Like
this is the thing about community. Like Brianna just came into this community and she comes up with this design and this development. Everybody's like, wait, what do you mean?
yeah, yeah, I mean, and she said she's in the live chat, hearts, shout out to Timothy Ricks. Yes, yes, I think he just came out with a YouTube video on how to do the, horizontal accordions, and I haven't watched it yet, but gosh, there's so much coming out from this community. It's like, it's so hard to keep up,
Mm-hmm.
and
Exactly. And I just want to say that if you want to see all of the submissions, they're all in the Webflow Party website. So you can scroll through them, click on them, and they'll take you to the live website.
yeah, yeah. Thank you for sharing those. And to you four who are in the live chat, yeah, great job with your submissions. I really like them, and I'm in the headspace of I need a reverse engineer. How'd you do that? How'd you do that? How'd you do that? Like I want to learn from you all. All right, so we have a question from Stacy. Do you recommend joining multiple online communities or committing to one or just a few?
Um, I think that I wouldn't put a blog in it. I feel like all of the communities bring something different.
Hmm.
Um, the Webflow Party is more inclusive, more chill. We learn, but then we also have fun. And maybe there's people that don't like that, which is
Yeah.
fine. There's communities that are more focused on a specific tutorial and that's what they do, and they don't interact while they're teaching because that works best for them.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't close yourself to just one. Experiment, see which one fits better for you, and stay with the few that you get the most value out of and that you
Yeah.
feel more connected to the people in the community.
Yeah, that's true. I think before you I just saw something behind you. It distracted me. It almost fell
Oh
down. You said that even before the stream. I said, "I hope something doesn't fall down."
no! Guys, I just moved and this is just an experiment. It's
Alright.
probably gonna fall now. Oh well.
If I can use the force powers. Fall.
I know. It's hanging by a thread.
Next time, don't use thread. All right.
I know.
So, yeah. So now that we saw and heard what has happened in the past for your community, what's coming up next? What ideas do you have for your Webflow Party community?
Okay, so the next challenge, we have one that it's running right now, which is the
Mhm.
Formula One challenge.
Oh,
The
okay.
submissions are looking insane. And I'm going to be reviewing that with Joseph Berry on June 9th.
Okay.
Yes, so that's incredible. And then I actually have a huge surprise for everybody
Oh,
because for the Webflow Party Challenge number 3, we have partnered with a nonprofit called Alisa's animal sanctuary.
Okay.
So, in this challenge, you will be, or they will be tasked to build a website for their nonprofit. So, a little bit of story about them. They
Yeah.
are a couple helping animals in need, and that really resonates with me, and I think with a lot of people in the community.
Mhm.
And I spoke to them. I told them my idea. I said, "You have no idea the talent that we have in this community. So why don't we just build you a website?" And what's really cool about this is that we are actually going to choose the winner
Mhm.
during a TikTok live stream.
Okay.
And the winner is going to be chosen by their 3.9 million followers.
Yo.
Yes.
What's
So
their website look like right now? Do you have it up?
I do. Let me see.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Oh, it's a okay, there.
right here.
Oh, okay.
So this is their current website. And I said, I feel like they need something that just catches more your attention
Uh-huh.
and really translate the brand. So why I fell in love with this nonprofit was because one day I was scrolling on TikTok and I came upon this sanctuary.
Yeah.
So she has this whole area for the animals with sensory stuff for them to get better because I don't know, they had a problem and they needed to go to the sanctuary.
Yeah, okay.
But what's really cool about her is that she's like a Disney princess. And the animals all have their little personalities. They
Okay.
even have like a main character, which is a pig called Wilbur.
Oh,
So
okay, that's cute.
Wilbur, yeah, he actually goes and wakes up all of his friends and then they get to like play. It's the most beautiful Disney type of thing. So I think it would be a really cool opportunity for people to design something that sort of has the style that Disney puts out. And the winner will not only be doing their website, but they will be featured on their website after that all the time. So all of their
Wow.
followers, their sponsors, their partners are going to be able to see the winner there, smack and center.
In front of their it probably by that time, 4,000,000 4,000,000
Exactly.
people on TikTok may be seeing your work. So, yeah, when does this get started? Like how does someone sign up, or sign up for this? Like, where do you what do you do?
So I haven't shared any information yet. Once I get all of the information together, because I'm still in the planning stages, but I'm
Okay.
almost done. It's going to be posted on Circle. Now,
Yeah.
something else that I want to say that's different about this challenge. Throughout it, we're going to have mentors who are going to help everybody that is participating on the challenge on their design and development. So then that way you can really do the best that you can and push yourself to the limits and do something beautiful.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. And I think someone said Maria is saying challenging the community and helping others. Yes, yes. And
Exactly.
other Maria is asking, why do all the challenges have something red? So Met Museum, F1's logo, yes, and now this one. Is your favorite color red?
No, I don't know. It just happens. But actually, so for this challenge, usually for the challenges that we do, I give them a brief because I
Okay.
really want to prepare them to handle clients. And that's what you
Hmm.
receive when you're about to work on a project.
Yeah.
So for this project, we're taking it one step further. So I've had multiple meetings with Alyssa, and what we're doing is creating a mood board of the style that we want for the website alongside a brief.
Okay.
So the red is going to be there, but it's going to be more like a farm pattern with red.
Okay. So
So,
like farmhouse, I mean barnyard red type of a thing.
uh-oh,
Yeah.
uh-oh. whole house is falling apart, guys.
No,
Sorry.
no.
It's fine.
It's just one
Yeah.
photo or something,
Yeah.
and the next thing you know, they all fall at the same time.
Yes.
Alright. Alright, I have a question, from Drift Society. Hey, Nelson. Okay, so for me, hey, Nelson, do you know of any Webflow communities in SoCal/San Diego? Yes, I do actually. So, a long time ago, I started the San Diego Webflow meetup, and because of the pandemic, things just the consistency, as Melissa mentioned, it didn't really work out. Things are falling behind Melissa, but yeah, but we're bringing them back. So if you're in San Diego, uh, I'm gonna be hosting the first meetup of the year on June 29th, so the end of this month, and we're gonna have some special guests from the Webflow team come out and I guess party it up with you all as well. So if you're interested in joining this in-person event here in San Diego, just DM me on Twitter at the Pixel Geek. And I will send you details as they come about. But that is something that I'm working on. But thank you for asking, Drift Society. June 29th, location and time to be determined. But yeah, hit me up on Twitter. Um, yeah. So thank you so much, Melissa, um for helping the community, growing it in your own fun way. And it's just amazing how it's it just came to you like, let's have a party. And
Yeah.
now you're helping growing your community in a way that challenges them, but also helps other communities and other people and Wilbur the pig. Um, just amazing what you're doing. Just keep going. It's well, I mean, I wish I can keep you on the stream for like for hours and hours because I love these chats. But is there anything else that you would like to say to this community before I let you go?
Um, I think that what I always say, keep being kind to each other, keep pushing yourself. The importance of uh, a DM. Like, if you need
Yes.
help, go into people's DM, ask them for help. Yesterday, I had someone DM me, and now we have a whole thing planned. So don't be scared to ask for help. If you feel that you can't do something, there's always people willing to help. So
Yeah.
I think that that's what I want to leave everybody with.
And more importantly, when you get that help, and like this is what you're also doing, and you're showing as a great example, is that you pass that favor forward and help someone else.
Exactly,
Yeah.
correct.
You
Yes,
can't keep asking for help. Yeah.
but always do it without expecting, because when you expect is when the problems happen. You expect people to give you. So when you help, just do it selflessly and just because you want to help, and that would automatically be returned to you without even thinking.
Yes, yes, exactly. Well, thank you so much. If people want to learn more about you, yeah, shout out your Twitter handle and any other links or the link to the Webflow party.
Yeah, so my Twitter is Meli Delmar06. My Instagram, Melissa Delmar Mendez. And at eureka.com, you can go into the menu and go into the Webflow Party page.
All right, awesome. And thank you, Matthew, for dropping her link tree link right there in the live chat. We'll throw all of these in the description box below. But thank you so much, Melissa. It's always wonderful to speak to you. And if you're ever available, if you ever want to show off anything that's coming from your community, just let me know and we would
Thank
love to
you.
have you back on the stream.
Thank you so much, Nelson. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you to Webflow for supporting me, and thank you for to the community that they came. They're amazing. I love them.
Yes, yes, me as well. All right. Thank you. So, all right. That wow, that lots of things to learn and again, if you want to start your own community, do it. Do it selflessly and just do it before for the love of helping each other out and watching other people help other people out. It's so awesome. Yeah, so what's going on? Next stream is gonna be 2 weeks from now. Next week, we're taking a break. So, this stream is, have fun whatever you're doing on Wednesday mornings or Wednesday evenings, depending on what time zone you're in. But yeah, we'll let you know when the next stream's happening, and what's going to happen in the next stream. All right. So if you need any support for account or billing purposes, go to support.webflow.com and our support team will help you out as fast as possible. And if you have any design or custom code questions, please drop that into our forums or over at discourse.webflow.com. And like Melissa and I said, if you get your question answered, please answer someone else's question so we can all grow together. All right. So again, my name is Nelson. Thank you. Thank you so much. If you're watching in the live chat or you're just watching and not chatting or you're watching recording, we appreciate each and every one of you. So that's it for this stream. I'll see you next time. And as always, make the web beautiful together. See ya.